my Eberlestock Skycrane with Superspike duffel attached. I use this bag as my bug out bag slash I'm not coming home bag. And I'm going to show you what's in it.
It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. That's great, it starts with an earthquake, birds, snakes, and aeroplanes. Lenny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane, listen to yourself, turn worlds at its own needs. Dummies in your own needs, speed it up and not speed, got no street. The ladder starts to clatter with the fear, fight down, fight fire in a fire. Represent the southern gang from the government for hire in the combat site. Pressure wasn't coming in a hurry, with the fury breathing down your neck. Team reporters grab a Trump, hit the ground, look at that low plane, fine. Then overflow, population corner, but it'll do. Save yourself and save yourself worlds in your own need. Listen to your heartbeat. Tell me that the rich are in the river with the right. You patriotic, slam light, right, might feel it, pretty sight. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Hour, don't get caught in foreign tower session, Marie, turn, listen to yourself, turn, lock them in the uniform, of the burning, but letting every motive escalate, not a move, incinerate, light a motive, light a candle, step down, watch your heel, crush, all this means no fear, cavalier, renegade, steer clear, turn them in, apply, new revolution, the novel, the alternatives, and I decline. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. As we know it, it's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. The other nano took the fine, Connor nano took the fine, Mount Zan, analyze lantern, Bernstein, lantern, Brezhnev, Lenny, Reese, Mr. Becky, birthday party, cheesecake, the jelly bean boom, patriotic, slam, foot, next and right. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Oh, it's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
this is the gear I've got in my Superspike duffel. These are basically shooting gloves. 550 cord. Some durable clothing, kind of military looking, but they're super sturdy. So I've got a shirt and some pants, knee pads, elbow pads, and these are yo-yo fishing reels. We'll talk about those later. I've got 4 of them. Microfiber towel, and then since this is kind of my camp bag, my throwaway bag, I've got all my food in there, and this is electrolytes, milk, iced tea. We pretty much carry the same food and just switch it out when we use it. This is spaghetti from Mountain House, rice pudding, and scrambled eggs. Over here is my cooking gear. I've got a fry pan that goes with my jet boil. All the gear for the jet boil is in there. Coffee and sugar. A backup canister. There's a canister in the jet boil as well. This is some peanut oil in case we catch something to eat. Slap your mama's spices. A little ramekin just because it's handy. Spatula. Tiny cutting board. And some gloves because if you're skinning or cleaning a little animal, it's just nicer to have some gloves along. Toilet paper. And I've got 3, I think these are 110. What are they called? Kona bear traps. And 1 little binky. I don't have my sleep system in this portion of the bag, but I will. So this may go away. This portion is from my little brother, which is a backpack all by itself, if I want it to be. And I pretty much keep my clothes in this section and then some backup food and med kits, things like that. So on the inside, can you see this? I've got a bunch of snap lights. Just a nice, easy place to keep it because there's lots of molly there. And I forgot to empty this portion out earlier. Let me throw that out. We'll go over it. Okay. So I've got a pair of backup Tevas, because they're waterproof and they've got nice grip on the bottom, so if I need to get in some water for whatever reason, I definitely don't really want to be barefoot, especially around here. Lots of hooks and things. Boonie hat. I've got a pair of 511 cargo style pants, lots of pockets. And then these are fishing pants, so they dry in about 2 seconds and then they convert to shorts. So back to the whole getting in the water thing. Plus they're SPF 50, I believe. Here, these are goggles. If we ever had a big sandstorm or for whatever reason, wind, grit, you don't want grit in your eye. These are pretty cool. They work really well. Lots and lots of socks. 511 socks, nice and tall. Some short socks. A long sleeve shirt. I like to sleep in that. Some black tights that I like to sleep in. And underwear is pretty important. I keep several sets, mostly sports bras. panties, sports bras, panties, tank tops. Well, I've got one tank top in there. And a bandana. And a t-shirt. You saw from the first bag that I've got some durable kind of military looking clothing, but I prefer to have some very normal clothes as well. No need to draw attention. Some Coban. You never know when you're going to twist an ankle. I've got this really great carabiner. I think it holds about 10,000 pounds. I don't really know how much it holds, but it's pretty strong. And I just made my own first aid kit. It's inside of a Pelican case, so it's all nice and waterproof. Oh, some backup Advil. Never have enough of that. And this is a soul survival kit. It's got a med kit and like a gear repair kit going on in here. I'm not going to go through it. I think we paid about 50 bucks for it, and it's pretty awesome. SAS Survival Guide comes in really handy. Something fun to play with, urban survival playing cards. So keep your spirits out of it, learn something while things are rough. One of my most favorite possessions is this microfiber towel. I can't tell you how well it works. It works better than any towel I own that I paid $50 for. It's super thin and really absorbent, and it dries so fast. So you never have to worry about that mildew or anything like that. This is old school Generation 1 night vision. But some is better than none. More snap lights. Water filter, which goes, or it connects to my, what is it, Outback?
Camelback.
Camelback. And then I've got my backup food, Bridgeford sandwiches, surprisingly good. Spam, yeah, it's true, I like Spam. Extra little streamlight. Backup pair of sunglasses, and some hair ties, another bandana. Lots of AA batteries, some more CR123s, you know, for my flashlights, headlamps. This is some random stuff that I just haven't had the heart to get rid of. Backup laces, some clothespins, and ear protection. You never know for shooting firearms. Like to have that, or if somebody just snores really loud. I've got some flint and steel in here and some backup wet fire. And that's all for that bag. This is the Skycrane portion of the bag, and it contains a lot of molly on the inside, and that's where I hang my bladder bag. And the tube comes out and around onto my front strap, so that's pretty handy. And it turned out those goggles were actually in this portion of it. Okay. Got my Goal Zero solar charger and all the accessories that go with it for phones, computers, whatever else. We carry a lot of rechargeable batteries too, so pretty much our gear can run indefinitely as long as our batteries are good. Then I've got a lot of really easy food, stuff that I can eat on the go while I'm walking. Tortillas, emery stuff, but it's surprisingly good. I only put it in here if I knew I could eat it. Chocolate peanut butter, cheese spread with jalapenos, energy bars, crackers, raisins, cashews. It's like a Ranger bar. Ryan really likes those. And those First Strike bars. Basically drink powders with electrolytes. More drink powders, cranberries. Scary, but supposedly these M&Ms will not melt. Limeade. And then these little comfort packs or kits that come in the MREs, because they've got toilet paper and matches and gum and sugar and creamer and things that I like for my coffee. And some extra heaters. You can use them in your bed, for your hands, for your food. Where are we here? Okay, I've got another filter. This filter attaches to my water bladder, so if I want to use water straight from a river or something, I keep 2 of these in the bag. I mentioned one earlier. Some gun cleaning systems. Those are handy. And Ryan made me all these braids with 550 cord. So I've got lots of extra cordage. And this is my awesome poncho in Fleck Tarn. I love this thing. Really handy and really good quality. Just some work gloves. Pretty standard. Here, this is a sidewinder. I love this thing. It's got several different colors of light. Multi-tool. And my new baby silky saw. Let me get that thing open. Beautiful. And a Woodsman's Pal. I can do some pretty good chopping with that if I need to. It's brand new, I haven't used it yet. And my new bushcraft knife. I got that for my next class, I really like it. Nice and good weight. Alright, then my hygiene kit's in here. Flushable wipes. Not that I'll be flushing anything, but I can wipe all kinds of things with that. Not just my body. And then I have basically a comfort kit. Not everything in here is totally necessary, but I feel better having it. Q-tips. There's some lip balm in there. There's even some Burt's Bees. A comb. Deodorant. Here's some lotion. This is a healing kind, so cuts and scrapes. That's helpful. Toothbrush, a razor. I probably should dump that, but since I actually use the bag, I like to have it in there. This is my shampoo, bug spray, toothpaste, sunscreen. It's a cheap compact. It's got a mirror in it. That's how I justify it. And some witch hazel, which I think might be leaking. I might have to change out that bottle. And that's it. I think that's everything. Okay, in my last ditch bag, I've got Quick Clot. Got a whole trauma kit going on in there. Some hand sanitizer, cleansing wipes, hair ties, clips. This is a mini med kit that I made. There's a sewing kit in there. Diva Cup, Go Girl. All you ladies should get one of these for sure. Some lip balm, and this is just what I use to carry this kind of thing around with me, so I can hang it from my neck for obvious reasons. Let's see. Then we've got this really great bandana. Keeps the bugs off. There's some honey, some goo gels. All these are electrolytes, gums, things like that. Squishy bowls. These are the best. My favorite titanium spoon. I love this thing. Some Snow Peak chopsticks. Put them together. Those are handy. More electrolytes. Water filtration straw. So that makes 3 ways to purify water. This is a buff for my head or face. Compass. More batteries, AAA, CR123s, some crappy little binoculars, Petzl headlamp, I love this thing, and this is a fishing kit that my husband made me. He did a really nice job on that, even has a little reel in there. Some more snap lights, my favorite flashlight, love that, and fire puck, wet fire, this stuff really works. And I forget what brand that is. Calibri lighter. It's got like a double torch system. Duct tape, some zip ties, a knife sharpener, and just a little water bladder. Right in the rain. Book with some pens and a Sharpie. So this would be the last ditch. If I was only carrying one thing and I had to leave my camp, I would grab this bag. Probably want to have my poncho with me if I was able to. And well, I'm not going anywhere without this knife. And I'd like to bring this saw. But for sure I'm going to have that knife. And probably a firearm. But that's it. Okay, so this bag is 59.8 pounds. It's pretty heavy, but it's doable. You saw all that stuff that's in it, so it's worth giving it a try.